Sometimes, life takes everything from us. And sometimes, love gives it all back. This is the story of Ruth and Naomi, two women bound not by blood, but by loyalty, loss, and incredible love. Long ago, in a land called Judah, there was a terrible famine. A woman named Naomi, her husband Elimelech, and their two sons left their hometown of Bethlehem and moved to the country of Moab, just to survive. In time, Naomi's sons married two Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. But then, tragedy struck. Naomi's husband died. Then, both her sons died too. Now 3 widows were left behind, grieving together in a foreign land. For Naomi, the pain was too much. She had lost her family, her future, and her hope. So she made a decision, I'm going back home to Bethlehem. Naomi looked at Ruth and Orpah and said, "You don't owe me anything. Go back to your families. Start a new life. May God bless you." The 3 women wept. Orpah kissed Naomi goodbye and turned back. But Ruth did something different. She held on to Naomi and said something that has echoed through history. "Don't ask me to leave you. Wherever you go, I'll go. Wherever you live, I'll live. Your people will be my people. And your God will be my God." In that moment, Ruth made a choice, not just to follow Naomi, but to follow Naomi's God. When they arrived back in Bethlehem, Naomi was a changed woman. She said, "Don't call me Naomi anymore. Call me Mara, because God has made my life bitter." They were poor. They had no husbands, no land, no help. But Ruth didn't give up. Visuals, Ruth picking leftover grain in fields. She went out to glean, to gather the scraps left behind in the fields. It was hard, humble work, but it fed them. And then, as if by God's plan, she ended up working in the field of a man named Boaz. Boaz was kind. He noticed Ruth's dedication and humility. He told his workers, "Let her gather freely. Leave extra for her. Protect her." Ruth had no idea. But Boaz was a close relative of Naomi's late husband, someone who could redeem their family name and give them a second chance. Naomi saw something more than kindness in Boaz, she saw hope. She told Ruth, "Boaz can be our family redeemer. Trust me. Follow my instructions." So Ruth approached Boaz humbly and asked him to redeem their family by marrying her. Boaz was honored. He said, "Everyone knows you are a woman of noble character. I will do this, if the other relative closer in line agrees." Boaz did everything properly. The other man gave up his right, and Boaz publicly declared, "I will redeem Ruth. I will marry her. I will restore Naomi's family." Ruth and Boaz married. They had a son named Obed. And Naomi, who once felt so empty, now held a baby in her arms. Her heart was full again. That baby, Obed, would become the grandfather of King David. And generations later, one of Ruth's descendants would be Jesus Christ. Yes. A foreign widow, who once picked scraps in a field, became part of the greatest story ever told. God can restore your broken story. Loyalty and love can change your future. You are never too far, too forgotten, or too broken for God's plan. So, if you feel like you've lost it all, remember Ruth. Sometimes, the greatest journeys begin after the deepest loss. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring Bible stories. And always remember, God sees you. God loves you. And He's not done writing your story.